subscribe for the very latest.
Check. Y'all good? We here? Y'all can hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Chord Nation, what up? It's your boy Tino. It's the Chord Room, man. We holding it down. We got Trim in the building.
Boom.
We got Walt in the building. We got Chuck in the building.
Chuck Dizzle.
Yes, sir.
And we got a guest in the building, man.
Yes, sir.
Listen, let me tell y'all something, man. I love hip hop. First of all, you know hip hop is turning 50. Hip hop is turning 50.
This year.
I'm excited about that. I am. And the one thing about hip hop is that it comes in different variations. It's the best way to give a message to anybody, from a toddler, from an infant, to a 70-year-old grandfather or grandmother. It's the perfect way because it's very honest, very blunt, and it's catchy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with that, it also gives messages that allows people to grow, allows people to like I said, receive a message that they probably would have never heard before. Today we got a Christian hip hop artist, and I'm excited because I love Christian hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
when I got saved, it gave me balance. It gave me things that I never heard before. You know, it gave me the Bible that I never heard it before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about that. We got the boy J.K. Savvy in the building. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can clap it up for me. Clap it up, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because JK's in the building, man. I'm excited. I've been excited. Trim always brings the best guests, man.
I try, man. I try.
Trim is, bro. I think Trim is giving us like at least 90% of our guests, and 90% of them have served with him in military. Am I correct? At least,
about half of them.
Yeah. Shout out to D Reigns. Shout out to D Reigns. Shout out to Dewberry. Dewberry came on.
Yes, sir.
These are great interviews, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Like these are, I think D Reigns does. Call Me King. Shout out to Call Me King, man. Call Me King.
Definitely.
So these been, so you got some shoes to fill, my brother. You got some shoes. I'm saying these have been some great ones, man.
Hey, I'm ready to fill them in, man.
All right. I'm glad to hear that, man. So everybody. So last week, just to kind of recap, we had J.R.E.D on. Shout out to J.R.E.D. J.R.E.D has an EP. He had a EP coming out. Well, it's out already. It was called Red Velvet. It's called Red Velvet, right? Red Velvet.
Yes, sir.
It was it's a Valentine vibe. It was like a pre-Valentine. I think he had about 6. He had 4 songs on there that were really dope. We had a great interview with him. Hey, listen, if you're still trying to make that baby, go get that J.R.E.D Red Velvet. Hey, it might help out.
I like Chuck's expression, man. I did it right there. The head shake.
Hey, it might help out.
I'm gonna leave that right where it is. I know it can go either or with that.
That's dangerous right there. That's dangerous.
Man, did anybody listen to the? I listened to the EP. I listened to it. It was great.
I listened to it all the way through, man. It was dope. I liked it. So I'm feeling that. Shout out to
I got about a quarter of the way through it.
J.R.E.D on point.
Yeah,
it's a vibe though. It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. Cool. Yeah, man. J.R.E.D, yeah, he's dope, man. So, but we got J.K. in the building, right? So man, so listen, y'all know how I get down, right? I got questions.
Well, hold up before you start that. D label. I'm just
There
saying.
you go, man.
I need
There
my
you go,
labels.
man.
I'm
Chuck,
just saying, I need my labels.
Chuck, make sure that you ask D to make
saying.
these water bottle labels for the dude, man.
Wait a minute,
Please.
is that on the
Please,
docket
please.
already? It's on the docket.
Well, you know what?
I'm just
It's
saying,
probably
man.
not because I forgot to ask him. I'm
Exactly.
just saying, I
Just
forgot to
my
ask him.
labels.
Hey, you know what?
I really
I'll
did.
tell. Hey, she off this week, so it's gonna be the best chance to get it
Yeah.
done.
Yeah,
Please,
please,
keep my labels going
yeah.
on.
Tell her to do that,
Saying.
man. So,
Yes,
I
well,
wouldn't
listen,
get
we
worried.
got JK in the building. We got JK.
yeah. Back
So-
to the start.
So listen, I anybody want to start before I start? Because I know I just go with the questions. So y'all got anything before I go?
I got
I'm go for it, Chuck. Go for it. Do
appreciate
it.
it.
Do
I
your
appreciate
thing.
it. I
Do your
appreciate
thing.
So I know we're talking about Christian hip hop, but I'm just gonna start with hip hop in general. And this question is derivative of one of my favorite movies called Brown Sugar. And Sanaa Lathan, who plays a heck of a character on that movie, she asked everybody she interviewed the same question: when did you fall in love with hip hop? So that's my question to you.
Man, that's a great question. Also, shout out to Brown Sugar because Mos Def did his thing too. Hey,
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
But nah, when did I fell in love with hip hop, man. I mean, since I'm from Atlanta, I'm originally from here. My parents
Nice.
love hip hop. Like I remember, one of my earliest and fondest memories growing up is being 3 years old. You know what I'm saying? Listening to Outkast, bobbing my head to the whole world, and just, you know what I'm saying, and
Oh, that's dope.
just everything that goes with it. And like, so that's when I was first kind of introduced to it. When I fell in love with it is like middle school, being on the back of the bus, researching, looking at lyrics. I'm big on lyrics, so I'm heavy on reading lyrics and learning it bar for bar, word for word. Children's Story was the first rap, all the way through that I memorized.
Oh, nice.
That boy really was spitting. That day the dope thing shooting dope. It's something. It's that feel. It's that storytelling. It's everything. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. That's why.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
I like that.
I got another question for you, man. So, hip hop. You started the love of hip hop straight through. So, why'd you choose to become a Christian rapper, man? Hip hop rapper.
So something that you learn real quick about me is that my family has a big influence on what I do. So my pops, growing up, deacon, music minister, preacher. My mom was a children's minister when I was up there. So very church heavy, church influenced, spiritual family. I did praise dances growing up and different things like that. And so when I decided to make my walk with God personal and really go 10 toes down because of everything that he gave for me, with the sacrifice and going on the cross, dying for me with me in mind, you know what I'm saying, and making it personal. I was like, man, everything I do has to be a reflection of my relationship with God. So of course I could rap about sex, drugs, money, getting it up, running this empire and things that are catchy, but it's something about rapping when it's real and personal to you, and everything that's real personal to me about my walk with God. So
That's hip hop.
That's hip hop.
That's hip hop. Because the thing about so you gotta understand, the thing about what people don't understand is that you cannot be in hip hop without being true to yourself. You are lame if you're not true to who you are. I mean, people have definitions of lame, but being in hip hop, you gotta be true to who you are. If you're not, it will show. You know what I'm saying? Or nowadays you won't get exposed. Period. Everybody gonna know, because everybody who knows you be like, nah, he ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't gonna work. So first of all, I really want to know where you from. Where you live?
Oh, so I'm from Atlanta, like an A-baby, born and bred, for real.
Oh, Grady?
So, my parents, they lived on the north side of town when I was first born. I was
Okay.
born at Northside Hospital.
Oh, no. We right over. I'm right over here by. I'm over here by Northside Hospital, dog. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know exactly what that is.
Yeah, man. So, I grew up on the south side. I grew up in Clayton County. A little bit under Riverdale Road, right by the airport.
Clay Cole.
Shout out to Clay Cole.
From the zoo, for real.
Block of land. Block of land.
You know what I'm saying? I went to school with like folks that got big off of hip hop. Like I went to middle school with Lotto. Funny enough.
Oh wow. Really?
But like 6th, 7th grade when we were rapping, that's what I was sometimes be rapping with. So it's crazy how everything went. But
hey,
man.
Isn't it funny how time fly before you know it? Lotto is somewhere else. Like I was just in the lunchroom with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now you on the rap game. Getting what you do. So
that's what's up.
Man,
that's dope, man.
That's what's up, man. So Walt, please. Go ahead, dog. What you got?
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
I had 2 questions for you. So if you could tell us who is your favorite rapper to listen to? My other question is how do you feel about that label, Christian? How do you feel about that?
That is a great question. I would love to hear this.
Sure.
That is a great question. Oh man, I think favorite rapper to listen to is it's a tough box to pin down. It really depends on what mood I'm in. I think the most consistently and recency bias because of how much he does, bro. I love J. Cole. I listen to J. Cole all the time. But like I'll ride down. I'll be listening to Jay-Z. I'll be listening to You Don't Know. Throwing some Outkast, like I was saying before. Biggie and the way he delivers flows. Man, like Snoop Dogg and just how cool he is. Like I always, whenever I'm freestyling, I always think of like I get a rhyme scheme with Snoop Dogg going just because of how cool, calm, smooth. He just hop on a beat and this is I'm here, and he makes his presence known. So I would say my favorite rapper to listen to just because I really like his style of hunger, J. Cole. But put me in front of anybody, I'm with it. And then as far as the label of being a Christian pop artist, I actually don't mind it. Like, of course, people like to put things in different categories because we're human. So understanding things with our finite mindset, we have to put things in a box to really understand it. And so, of course, like playing a song that I made after playing like Young Boy or after playing Big Sean, like those, they might hit a little different. The subject matter is a little different. At the end of the day, it's the same thing. It's all hip hop. It's just the message that you play and come across. I don't mind being labeled a Christian hip hop artist because I'm like, yo, you can play my music on Saturday night or Sunday morning. It's more versatile. So,
right.
Yeah, I don't really mind the label. It's cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
go
ahead.
Go for it.
So do you feel that a lot of Christian rappers get this stereotype and having a certain kind of sound? Do you feel like they get stereotyped as having like this new-centric look on rap versus like actually having their own unique sound? I already can tell you have your own unique sound. But I'm saying I feel like a lot of people don't listen to Christian rap because they hear, it's Christian rap, it's gonna sound like this. I'm straight. But
yeah, it does definitely come with a stigma. I got a story to tell you about that a little bit later. But yeah, like Christian hip hop, everybody thinks of Christian hip hop, they think of Lecrae, but they think of 07 Lecrae, bumping Jesus music, talk about waking up before he throw the heater on.
Right.
Where that's it's great, and the message is good. I think in the early stages, this was really beat you over the head with it. Like I'm about to tell you about Jesus, and you about to get this. Versus, because I think the most beautiful thing about God is that He's in every aspect of life. So nowadays, where Christian hip hop is more so become like, oh, I'm gonna just tell you about my life and how, this is what I was doing. God brought me from this, and having hints of, it's a song that got real big on TikTok that everybody was bumping. It's called "Stand Back." My boy Caleb Gordon. I actually have a couple mutuals with Caleb. He's getting really big on.
What's the name of the song?
It's called "Spin Back," or no, Scooty Wop is who it is. And my boy is actually the one who co-produced it, but it's that whole time with that was trying to get his listeners back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everybody been on that. It's like, yo, this is Jesus, but it's like, yo, like how I'm walking, it's cool and it's different. It goes on a playlist with the young boys. It goes on a playlist with Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? It goes on a playlist with pick your favorite artist from this generation and like throw it on there.
Right.
And so like it fits.
Now I'm gonna put Chuck on the spot real quick.
Don't ask me to freestyle. That's all.
Nah. Because remember, we had this conversation though. We had this conversation about Christian hip hop and it being a hard sell. Remember, y'all recall this conversation we had? So
I do.
What Chuck was saying is that Christian hip hop is not. It's not I guess it's kind of limited, if you will. Am I quoting you correctly? Like it's a hard sell with being big, like a big genre.
I think that's a safe way of putting it. I think something JK just said really brings it forward, right? So, because the thing I was saying is because of the limitations of like the original way of Christian hip hop was presented to us, of like just being up over the head with it, just really making it apparent this is Christian hip hop, versus it kind of being like I'm rapping, but I'm gonna throw some Jesus in there, sprinkle in there with practical everyday life topics with an actual beat, that you can vibe to. It's because like one of my favorite rappers, David Banner, so you got to still make it jamming, no matter what you're talking about. If it ain't jamming, I can't get there. So yeah, but that was my original argument, yeah, for sure.
What do you say to that, JK? What are your thoughts?
I think it's valid. It's definitely like, because even if you talk about worldwide, like, okay, for example, Drake. We talked about Drake as a hip hop artist and different things like that. But people love Drake because Drake can just talk about life. He can talk about he can reach different people in different religions, different ethnic backgrounds, everything like that. And Christian hip hop, ain't too many people in the Middle East gonna be bumping your junk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You are preaching. I mean, you kind of are preaching to the choir, but you really at the same time are able, if you do it right, you're able to come out the pulpit or come out the choir section and really get it. I think, and you know what, I'm gonna save a lot of that conversation for later, because I know I want to get into that, because it's really funny a lot of times how, here's the thing, because one of my favorite rappers, Rakim, is 5%, right? Which is a sect of Islam. But we never really called it 5%. We never called it 5% rap, and we never called it Islamic rap. But Rakim was able to convert a lot of people into the 5% nation, right? So it can be done. and he rarely cursed.
Right.
It was rarely that Rakim cursed, right? So it's able to be done. I think Lecrae does a good job with it. There's a lot of rappers out there like Andy Mineo and a lot of other people who really, do a good job with, like you said, making it jam, but at the same time, lacing it with some really good knowledge in there. But I think so. Before we end this segment of it, I wanna get into your project, right? Tell us about that. Tell about, was it Red Tapes, right?
Yeah. So Red Tapes was a yep. So Red Tapes, I was feeling myself a little bit. I wanted to highlight kind of just the diversity of like how I can deliver things. The red, why it's R.E.D is like radical every day. That was something that was a topic of what we were going over in church, and I was like really inspired by that title. I was like, man, because like, yeah, if you really live in Christian life, it's almost like counterculture to everything that's going on, because folks is after the bag, and it's throwing yourself all in one thing and kind of idolizing whatever you're chasing after, whether it be women, whether it be fame, money,
right.
Whether it be just being successful in general, versus like living with God. It allows you to be like more well-rounded because you grow in those things almost simultaneously. Like, women ain't hard for me, but I've got some great guys. Women. Like, I'm like,
talk that junk, JK.
I
Tell him, son.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Or like, I wouldn't have joined the military if it wasn't for my walk with God. And so being in the military, had some, got on some orders, came into some bread, you know what I'm saying, and being able to be wise and take care of the financial side of that. I got better financially without really even trying. If it wasn't for my walk with God, I wouldn't have been in there. I've been in rooms with people, man, in situations where like where I've been able to do a lot, like, and move and shake, kind of push the kingdom forward, push the needle forward a little bit. And I would have never been in those rooms if it hadn't been for my walk with God. So I think, being radical, which brings it back. Being radical, I was like, man, look, I'm gonna just do this real quick. And so it was radical because it was severing kind of different sects of music. One of the songs had no hook. One was more boom bap. One was more like a Nas X joint. Had the first one, Get the Bread, was more like Travis Scottish. This Is War with my boy Najee. Kind of had the little trap vibe, Lil Baby kind of thing to it. No Hobby was like a more classic R&B hip hop kind of collab. So just different things like that, where I was like, man, I can. It was really a lot of me figuring out what my sound is musically too.
Okay.
So just it helped in a lot of ways. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
I like that, because I mean,
that's dope.
It's cool. It's cool that, so basically this Red Tapes is basically you trying to create your sound, trying different things. Are we doing more, or are we just?
Yeah. Trust. So I definitely feel like I found like my two niches as far as hip hop goes. Like doing more like songs like No Hobby, where it's a single hook, really spitting on the verses. Doing something like Loco. I love Loco. Loco's my favorite track on the album. That's the last one.
I like that joint too. I like that joint.
That.
He just spitting, and the bars is coming heavy. I intentionally wrote a lot of my newer songs like just super bar heavy, trying to have triples and double entendres. I had a quadruple entendre in local. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, man, I already did that. Like, based off the chord.
JK, let me tell you something, dog. I love the confidence in you, brother. See, the thing about let me tell you something. The thing about it is that a lot of people who are in the Christian rap realm sometimes try to come off too humble. I like when you are confident in what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you're not confident, it's not going to come off confident. And I mean, who else is going to be, you know what I'm saying? Who's going to be on your back other than you? You know what I'm saying? Like, who else is going to give you that compliment? Just stay like that, my brother. Stay like that.
Definitely,
I love
man.
it.
Keep doing your thing.
Yeah,
I got
man.
one more question for me. What's your biggest obstacle as a rapper, man?
Time. Time, honestly. I work a full-time job. I work at one of the luxury hotels.
Oh, nice.
That's downtown. And so between working full-time,
we got to connect, y'all. We got to connect.
Oh, that's a fact.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
What's up?
But yeah, just stuff like that, man. It takes away time from the creative process. Sometimes work be stressful, so get into the daily routine and everything, and sometimes it can get a little lost. If I had more than 24 hours, I'd be dropping a song every week. But
I'm gonna give you a recommendation.
What's up?
I'm gonna give you a recommendation.
take
10 minutes out of your day, between 10 minutes to an hour, just to work on your craft. It don't matter, because here's the thing. Here's what happens to, and this is for everybody. What tends to happen is that the distractions of the world will get in the way of what you're supposed to be in this world. You see what I'm saying? Like all of these things that are around us is nothing but traffic on the way to the goal. You know what I'm saying? And on the way to the destination, there's gonna be a lot of traffic in life. Just take time, take out of that time of your day, just take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever you have to really focus. And hey, if you need beats, we got the one and only, my favorite producer, T.R.M. here. He'll help you feed. He'll feed that hunger in you. If you want him to, he'll give you something. He'll give you a beat pack or something that'll really get you going. You know what I mean? So just saying, man.
Let me know.
The core room is here to motivate.
Definitely.
If this podcast don't do anything else, it's here to educate and it's here to motivate. And you know what I'm saying, whatever you need to make that happen, we're gonna do it for you, my brother. I promise you.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna do that.